Dude, I swear it wasn't me. Tell it to the judge, kid. Guys, Lewi 2x4 here, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing this brand new 2021 Lego Police modular. A little bit late in terms of reviewing it, but I've just finally finished it and got it all done to a point where, yep, I'm happy with it. I want to review it, want to get it out and do the video. I had a lot of fun building this. It was one of those ones that I've been looking forward to ever since I saw the pictures. We did the video of the first images when they got released from Lego, and there's just so many cool details and little Easter eggs and features in the set that make it one of those really, really cool sets that you sort of appreciate a lot more once you know the background information. So there's two stories here in the set. There's obviously the one where this gentleman here is the alleged thief, and he's stealing the donuts just to sell more newspapers. And then there's this little blue bird up here, which could also be the donut thief. So that's pretty cool that they've done that, and it gives you two different options to sort of display or pan out whatever story you like best. There's some really nice details up front. There's some really nice printed pieces up here, these two donut pieces. If I take that one off there, you've got the chocolate donut one underneath. Loving this like sort of poison ivy or foliage up the side. It looks really nice. This was weird to build actually. I didn't realize that they were going to be attached by these little clips on the side, which is really nice. Something different to do. Really nice technique. And this is all surprisingly on a 32 by 32 base plate. I thought there was going to be an extension. Maybe when this when the set got leaked, and there was a lot of rumors flying around that we were going to have, you know, an extra base plate. It was going to be on a corner. There was half a base plate. There was all these rumors flying around. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with it in terms of the outside and all the details. I would have liked to have like the three separate buildings, because this building here is up above is like a small apartment, and then down below is like obviously the donut food chain, and then you've got the main structure of the police building up front, and then that little building there on the side, which looks like it's a totally different building, is actually part of the police station. If you guys haven't seen any pictures or other reviews yet, there's the jail back there, and I think up there is maybe like a little kitchen and the photograph station, and then up the top I think that is the evidence room where they keep all the jewels, weapons, and evidence that they've found. But down here on the first level we've got the first minifigure. So he is the news vendor. Really nice detail on the minifigure. I do like the that printed donut thief still hungry, which I believe is a new print, which is really cool. No dual face mold for this gentleman, but a lot of like regular parts, nothing special that have been added to this. And then we've got the these new police uniforms exclusive to this set. I don't think I've seen them anywhere else before. This is the first police officer. I do like the way how they've added these freckles on her face, which is really nice. And she has, let me just pop off a hairpiece. She has another winking face there, which is really, really nice. Nice that they've added those two little details to say, oh yeah, she's caught somebody. It's kind of like a inside job maybe, who knows. Then we've got this officer here. Very, very old guy. I used him in the little intro of the video. Same uniform, but without the all the badges. So if I compare to this one, we've got like the sort of captain's crest on the left, or all the sort of awards. I can't remember what you call those, but there's a real name for them. This kind of looks sort of military-esque in comparison to the other ones here. And then we've got the last police officer, who is another male police officer. and he's got a walkie-talkie. Same hat as the other male officer, and same print and stuff on the back. It's not crazy different. It's literally just a face that's different on that one. And then we've got the other female, who is the donut shop assistant or retailer, and she's got that similar print that you can get in like the People's Packs for the ice cream vendor. Some nice printing on the back and the front, and I don't know whether she's got, I can't remember whether she has another, yes she does, she has another face scanner, which is always nice to see. Nice happy laughing face. But yeah, in terms of the outside, there's these cool little trees. I'm not sure whether I'm going to remove them because they do take up a lot of space, but they do add, like, they do break it up at the front a little bit more. So just to give you like a scan on the front, which is quite nice. And then round the back, there's not a lot of detail around the back. We've got the entrance, the back entrance, sorry, to the police station. Then we've got the entrance to the apartment upstairs, roof access, a water cooler or dispenser, and then we've got some small aerial or radio style things up there. And it's the same on this side, nothing too crazy. And then down at the bottom, that's a little Easter egg that I'll show you further into the video. And then the only last sort of touch on the outside is this soap and studs reference to the brick bank, which is quite funny. So if you guys don't know, the brick bank, there was like a laundrette, like soap and studs on the side, and they used that to get into the bank, and it was like money laundering. And it was a cool little Easter egg that they've put in there. Really, really happy with that there. And then the only other tiny little bit, if I just remove this piece out of the way so we can get into here, is just the donut thief or the news vendors little equipment in there with a couple of the donuts. And that's pretty cool that they've added that as a modular concept as well, and you can just slide that on and slide that off. I was tempted to take this entire section out and just have the have a blank space there, maybe for a car park space. I have, bear with me a second while I grab it. I did sort of remock a police car to go with the set, and I was tempted to kind of like slot that in there because it kind of fits. It goes with the scene, it goes with the set a lot better. So I was tempted to move this out for the purposes of the city and just have that somewhere in the park. But yeah, let's get into the inside of this build. So on the first level, there's a lot of really nice details that I'm glad they added in this set. We'll start off on the very left hand side, which is the donut shop. Lovely display of donuts, cookies, all your bakery goods. Little tiny cash register on that right hand side, and then there's like some cakes and donuts there that I've just left. I really do like the colour scheme, this blue and white. They do contrast really well, and I love the this little window here, the side light that they've got on the outside. It just makes it a little bit more inviting and a little bit more realistic. You've got some coffee cups or some paper cups on the right hand side, and then you've got the coffee machine down there, which is literally just the same build there for the coffee mug, coffee bottle. I can't remember what you call that. It's like a flask. It's basically the part that you pour the coffee out into the cup, basically. A bit like a kettle, I suppose. Part of the coffee machine. And they've also added this like section here where you can actually physically get into both parts. And I'm glad they've done that, although I would have liked it just to be sort of modular, but I suppose it's to let in more light and to give people actual access to be able to get in and put your hands in there as well. So then on the middle, we've got, on the right hand side of the coffee and donut shop, we've got the reception to the police station, which is, in my opinion, when I looked at the first photos, I thought, this is kind of basic. There's a little bit more being added that I couldn't see from the photos, but it isn't an awful lot. We're not given an amazing amount, but we've got a little water dispenser there with some more paper cups, a clock on the side, an area where you can have the equipment like walkie-talkies, keys, handcuffs and things like that. And then we've got the telephone, which is a really, really nice build. I showed you guys how to build that in a shorts video. And then we've just got like a stack of papers. I think the main focus of this for the designers was probably creating that staircase, which is built on the side using the snot technique, and probably the floor design. That seems to be the most, given the most attention, from the designer. And then there's a little entrance at the back, which is quite hard to get to. And this is, I should really put like a stud on here, but that just sort of the stairs that come down here and just go to this exit or entrance here. And then a very, very small prison, a little prison cell, jail cell, which is, it is quite small. So this section here, the door actually comes out, so you can actually reveal the part underneath. So that door slides out, and then it shows you the little tunnel underneath that the prisoner has been digging in there. And then if you flip up the bed, this is really hard to film, there's like a little spoon that he's been digging away with, so it's almost like Shawshank Redemption-esque, which is really cool. But to give you a better view of the prison, it is literally just that little bunk there and the bed. I would have liked a little bit more detail, and this thing is, it's actually gone in pretty well this time. It was a little bit fiddly to get back in and to clip back into place, but yeah, I would have liked a little bit more detail. Maybe this could have been brought out a little bit more into this section, and maybe some nice things added onto the wall for decoration things. But other than that, it looks fairly plain on the inside. But as the floors progress, they do definitely get a hell of a lot better. So let's move on to the second floor. Here we are on the second floor, and probably one of my favorite floors. It's the bottom floor is kind of like the worst floor for me. I'll probably remock or change up a couple of things in terms of the police station side of things. The second floor is like my second favorite, and then the top floor is probably my all-time favorite. It screams sort of that police detective vibe that they were going for here. But the second floor, it will start off in the middle this time. Actually, we'll go from the right. So from the right hand side, we've got a little small photography area for the mug shots to be taken of the prisoners or the criminals. And then on that little side, we've got like a little donut there and some bottles or tubs. Who knows what they are? They're just there for decoration. Then this is really ingenious. This is probably one of my favorite builds of the actual set itself. Is the evidence board, and it's kind of like showing you the tracking, linking all the things together, which is really nice. It looks super realistic in there, and it's quite a cool way of using these elastic band pieces in there. Lovely little typewriter. There's a lot of these weird, in the most recent sets that I've built, there's a lot of illegal techniques or techniques that used to be illegal that I was like, this is weird. Lego are trying to get us to do these techniques. So as you can see in the typewriter, this 1x2 plate is wedged in those 1x1 clips. And this has always been illegal because it puts stress on those clips just there. And I just thought it was really weird and really funny that Lego have actually decided to do this and let us build it that way. We've got the telephone on the right hand side with the lamps on either desk, and then we've got some more paperwork and some nice chairs. I might bulk these out a little bit more. There's a lot of room in there and a lot of space that could be better used in my opinion. But I do like this floor. Just the overall feel it gives is really nice. And then we've got the staircase leading up, and then the little plant pot there that finishes off that floor. And then in the apartment, we have a little small radio and record player just there, which is a really, really cool build. Really do like the design. Definitely something I've never built before. We've got the small bed and a complete different way to build a bed. And then if you flip that up, that gives you access to the donut shop below, so you can steal all the donuts or play out whatever scene it is that you're going with, whether it's the bird flying through the window and flying over the bed and getting it that way, or whether it's the actual donut thief with his rod. Then on the right hand side, we've got a little small rug and a really nifty, cool kitchen. I really do like this design of the sink and the tap. That's a really, really cool, unique way of doing it. And the oven there as well. I've never seen an oven built like that, but it's definitely one that I'm going to keep and possibly build inside the apartment modulars over there. So let's get into the third and final floor and the roof, and then we'll wrap this up. So like I said, this was my favorite floor, and just because there were so many things that were instantly recognizable in terms of like being a detective involved in the police and all those sort of things, you knew without having to think too much what these items were. So as the stairs bring you up to the final floor, you've got a door to your right hand side, which is the evidence room. I'll show you that last. But we've got these cool little plaques, which are really, really like nifty designs. It's literally just like a 2x2 tile with the jumper, and then they've got these curved tiles to create some sort of plaque or badge on there, which is really, really nice. And if I spin you around, you can sort of see the full layout of it. There's only 3 rooms here, but I think they've used the space very, very well. Then on that left hand side there, we've got a little very, very small toilet, which is nice of them to do. If I just shut that door, you can see how small it is. It's nice of them to add a toilet. I don't think there's many other modulars that have toilets. I know there's the corner garage, and there's another couple of sets that have them, like assembly square. But it is nice of them to add another one in here, even though it is tiny. So I might take that out and I might use it for something else. But this is probably my favorite room of the whole build. So this is the interview room, and it's really, really cool. I love the theme that they've gone with. I love that tape recorder machine over to the left. I love this this style of build here, where they've used these pieces here, these like grid pieces as blinds. I think that works really, really well. And then from the outside, it looks really nice as blinds on the inside of there. And then that's pretty much it for that top floor, apart from this little evidence room. So the way you get into the evidence room is this piece here comes off and it detaches like that. And then if you look inside, they've got all of the little pieces of evidence like jewels, vials. I don't know why there's a frying pan in there. Maybe somebody's been hit by a frying pan. And there's a classic burglar hat or robber hat. And then on the inside of this piece here, you've got the classic crowbar, and you've got 2 little more little tubs of vials, which is really, really cool. So that just basically slides back into there, if I can get it back on, and it literally just sits on top of there like so, which is really, really nice. And then the only last thing to add on top of here is the roof, which is very basic. I showed this in the first part of the video. Very, very easy, just pops straight back on top of there, like so. So yeah, it's a pretty cool set. It's one of my favorites of all time. I'm not 100% sure, because the corner garage is probably still there, or the corner garage is probably still up there, just because it was, I think it was one of the other modulars, like my first other modular other than Assembly Square, and I just got really into the build and enjoyed the whole building process. Whereas this is up there. I think this is probably top 3 favorite modulars, but I did think that they were going to do a hell of a lot more with this set. Maybe that was just my own sort of gut feeling, and I thought there was going to be more added to it. They might expand on this, I don't know, but it's definitely worthwhile getting. It's definitely a cool looking set in terms of like the way it looks in the city. And the way I have it placed at the moment is if I stop wrecking the city behind me, if I can get this actually in like so. So it's next to the fire station. I haven't fully set this up yet, but it looks nice against the other custom modulars that I've built. And I've played around with it. It looks awesome against the bigger ones, especially just because it starts to create that, all the different levels of the city. But yeah, that's been the review, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. Give me a like, a follow, or a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.